Hey guys, so today we're going to be playing some Kithkin aggro in Lorwyn Standard. I decided, I was like, you know what, we got to play the tribal decks at some point, so let's give this one a go. We've got our classic figure of Fable for something that can kind of grow itself and get a lot stronger. We've got Kinsbale Aspirant, which grows every time another creature enters. Kinskire, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sentry, basically a way for us to bring things back from the graveyard, or sorry, not from the graveyard, from our hand. I learned that the hard way. I don't know why I thought it was graveyard the whole time. But we can cheat ways in, or cheat creatures into play with that. We've got Bristlebane Battler, a creature that grows with the more creatures that enter. Thoughtwife Lieutenant, kind of a surprising card. I played with this in draft, and it worked really well. Basically, whenever it or another Kithkin enters, I get to give another Kithkin +1/+1 trample. Very helpful. I'll get to the Adept Water Shaper in a second. We've got Brigade, Clockon's Heart. Basically, when she enters, we get another Kithkin, so that puts 2 on the field at once. She transforms into Brigade Doon's Mind. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Very possible. And basically, that allows us to add a bunch of mana based on how many creatures we control, white or green. Clockon Festival allows us to create 2 Kithkin. We've got a Johnny, which creates a Kithkin on its plus, can also destroy tapped creatures, and if we get it all the way to max, we can basically go get a bunch of other Kithkins and put them onto the field. Brigide's Command. This is one of those kindred sorcery that came out in this set. Allows us to create a copy of a Kithkin. We can also create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token if we don't have any. Most of the time we want to go ahead and make a copy. We can always buff one of our creatures as well, and then we can also fight. So this is a good piece of removal. We also have, as far as other removal goes, we've got Seam Rip for those early removal pieces we need. Sheltered by Ghosts gives us a little bit of protection and removal at the same time. And then I put in an Adept Water Shaper into this deck. I feel like having a way to stop the board wipe on turn 4, usually that's when they're coming in, maybe turn 3, can be really powerful for this deck, because a lot of control decks are relying on those board wipes to be able to answer your whole board. And if they can't, you can just run them over. So I have that in here as kind of a weird tech piece. As far as lands go, we've got Abandoned Air Temple to add some counters to the creatures. Bossing Say, we've got in here as an Earthbend, allows us to basically, the main reason this is in the deck is to push forward that last little bit of damage. Got some dual lands, Cavern of Souls, 4 of for counter spells, some multiversal passages, and 2 more honorable mention Kithkins and Soulstone Sanctuary, which has every creature type. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay. Let's do this. We're probably gonna go ahead and play the Sentry next. Because by the time it swings, usually I can get another creature into play. So. Okay, Dimir. And I would like to have another a basic land here, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But for now, we'll play that. Go ahead and play this. We'll buff up our Aspirant, as long as they let the Aspirant live. And then hit for 3, ideally. Bye. Alright, what you got? Okay, they don't like the sentry. Not a fan, apparently. I think these battlers are going to be pretty good this game. I think all their removal is going to be targeted for this deck, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Definitely going to play Bristlebane then. I doubt they want to spend a 2-mana removal spell on Aspirant here. That kind of just feels bad. So they're probably trying to hold on for something they can hit that's a little stronger. Oh, okay. Greater Bloom Bearer. It's brave. Next turn I can do either Seam Rip plus Bristlebane, or I can do Bristlebane plus Figure. Looks like they're probably going to hold up the counter magic. Oh no, Ninjutsu, okay. I think I probably do a Seam Rip with that in mind, because I don't really have to worry about the counter spells. Let's get rid of the Bearer. Let's go ahead and play. If I play this, I can take down the Kaito, so I'm going to do that. Okay. I think, honestly, we're going to start doing really well here on the next turn, because I can play 2 creatures, or they have to hold up a counter spell. Either way, it's not looking great for them. I like that. But I also like Bristlebane. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play for 1 green, a Figure of Fable. I want to see if they'll use the counter spell. We're gonna buff up itself. And then we're gonna Bristlebane. Can't counter that. What you got? Yeah. Buff itself again. Because they might be holding up a 2-mana removal spell for my ward creatures, so I might as well buff up the other guy. Okay, Enduring Curiosity is pretty good. I did manage to take out one of my guys, but Curiosity is also gone. I still haven't been able to use that counter spell. Odds are what I'll do next turn is just buff up Figure of Fable and West Lieutenant as well. Pretty close game though. See what they do. They've got three cards left in hand. Cecil is good. Now I kind of have to. I will play the land. Go ahead and Lieutenant. I want to force them, if they don't have removal or something, to get knocked out by their own Cecil. You like that? Can I do this as... No, okay, I can do that instant speed, thank God. I've got 8 going through if they block 1 creature. So they have to block 2. They have to have a removal, probably, actually. Because if they don't, they're going to die to their own Cecil. I think that's enough if they do it like that. They need to block on Aspirant with their Siren here. money shot. No, not that. No, no, no. Okay. I think that's GG. GG's. Sure, we'll try it. I don't know how good this will be, but we'll give it a shot. Double removal can be helpful, especially if they're like low to the ground deck. Oh, are we playing a mirror matchup? That'd be sick. Do I care about Figure Fable? Nah. If they buff it, I might, but I think for now I'm just gonna let it be and go for something really stronger, like Sincere Sentry. Go ahead and play Seam Rip so they can't get ahead on board. Next turn we play Thought Lieutenant if we don't draw anything. Okay, Figure Fable's getting big. Okay, we didn't really draw anything, so play this as a green. Can't really block with Thought Weft. No. I need to get this Sheltered by Ghost down so I can get rid of some stuff. Oh, jeez. Bad stuff. Okay. Yep, no blocks. Okay, so we're gonna play Lieutenant. And we're gonna play Sheltered by Ghosts. These are mostly for blocking, that stuff. And let's go ahead and Sheltered by Ghosts. We're gonna actually get rid of their Sheltered by Ghosts, so we can Seam Rip their Figure Fable. A little convoluted, but gotta do it and gain some life. So we can play Brigade next turn, which is good. Let's see what they got for 2. Man, they are kind of rolling in everything they need here, aren't they? Does this ever get trampled by itself? No, it doesn't. Okay. Is that lethal? With 9? Not quite lethal. I'd rather hold back. Okay. Go ahead and play this. Let's play Brigade. And then we can play Kinsir Sentry. I'm gonna buff the heck out of this one and swing in because it's got lifelink. Now we can kind of swing the tide here. We can jump block the Figure of Fable pretty consistently, so shouldn't be too bad. And now I have Abandoned Air Temple online. I can start growing my board. Gold Meta Nomad. I don't love that card, honestly. I think it's very mid. Okay, they did give it Trample, unfortunately. They can actually give a lot of their stuff Trample, so not ideal. This is currently a Soldier, which, okay. So definitely gonna block like this here. Trying to decide how much other stuff I want to block. Let's do a double block here, and then we go down to 2. I think that's decent. Get rid of a few trample enablers, and then we can see what we have here. Let's go ahead and pay for this. And I guess we have to stay on D. I could swing in. This can become a 7-8. I can put myself up to 9. But then if they have a buff spell, I think I still lose. So I think I just start staying back with an air temple here. I hope they don't get trample enablers. Okay, I don't have that in my deck. Kind of wish I did right now, so I could draw it. Oh, the Brigide's command is so good. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I guess they can't play that this turn technically, but still. We're flooding out really hard. Are we gonna swing in? Probably. Do it like this. Go ahead and play bossing, say. Buff everything. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that they are going to fight. So I'd rather swing in right now with that one, and then we can keep the rest back on blocks. Lifelink is keeping me in this game. I know, I did lose the second one, so not undefeated. But that's okay. We're gonna make a comeback here for sure. They don't have trample right now, so we can basically jump block infinitely. Can I do this and airbenders? I can. So this will be pretty big. Counters to everything again. Now we can swing in with both of these. And I think we're in a pretty good spot. They're starting to jump. I think we've turned the tables. Next turn, I think I can swing in for just about lethal. Depends on what they get here. Well, the Thoughtless Lieutenant's good, but I think it's a little too late. I'm above 20 HP, so yep, GG's. Love a Kithkin mirror matchup, 10 out of 10. Okay, this is fine. Not amazing, but it is fine. I'd like to draw turn 1 play, but we don't always get that lucky. Oh wait, I am on the play. Or on the on the play, so I don't get a turn 1 play, regardless. Okay. Go ahead and play Sentry. See what they play. They might be another. Okay. Similar deck style, I guess. We'll probably do a Brigide's command, so we can get rid of that. And we'll make a copy. That way next turn I can play Both Bot Weapon Lieutenant and a Johnny if they don't do anything. Okay, they're cats. I want to keep that lieutenant, so hopefully they let me. I've not seen a cat deck in Standard in like a very long time. Excited to see the spice though, I love it. Alright, what's she gonna play? They can make a lot of tokens, so... Probably don't block since it's just the one. Buff up the token. Go ahead and swing in. Don't have any cards in my hand for Kithkin at least to put down. Okay. Probably counter would be my guess, but could be wrong. They might scry as well. Scry is probably the better option there. But they kind of are in a tough spot here. I think I'm a little quicker than they realized. Got any blocks? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buff everything. Lose one guy, but got a pretty strong board presence here. Aw, they really are just a cat deck. I love it. Okay. Trapped in the screen, eh? Okay. Aspirant's a good draw. We'll go ahead and behold, of course. We'll go ahead and make another guy. And we'll buff up and swing. I haven't drawn anything, so hopefully this is enough. Soon they're gonna have to, I mean, they have to start jumping here. Down to 2. They've still got enough blockers right now, as long as they play one more cat, so they should be able to. Yeah, so they have enough blocks. They still need one more thing, because I can still Soulstone Sanctuary. Oh, geez, that's pretty good. They've got a buffer dude. Yeah, I don't think I really care too much about that. Ooh, Brigade is a great draw here. Okay. I can't do that, so I don't want to tap the Soulstone. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. +4 anyway, right? So we'll go ahead and play that. We'll buff with this, and then we can swing in with Kinsbale and our poor guy. I guess I might as well swing with all of these because they've got to block everything I swing with. Oh, I probably should have let the trigger bring in the brigade because that would have been more efficient. And she could have been attacking. Oopsie. So they definitely block everything. Let's see. Alright. We've got 3 guys left. I have 3 blockers, so they gonna win on that front. I guess if they remove something and then played another thing that buffed up this cat, they could get rid of a Johnny, but I think they'd still be gone on the backswing. Okay. What you got? What you got? Okay, they're swinging face. That is fine with me. I get an extra card. One of them's a land. I've got 7 mana. I mean, they should be able to play enough blockers here in theory. Sheltered by ghosts. You should probably get rid of a Johnny. Probably be the strongest thing they can get rid of. Or it might be better to get rid of the Reachers. Okay, they went that route. Go ahead and make this into a creature. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think. Go ahead and make a guy. Go ahead and buff. So we can come in with all the 4 power guys. I want to force a block where they have to get rid of their own dude. Or get them in a position where they they're gonna have to get rid of the rest of their board if they don't want to lose their life linker, which is actually pretty important for me. Okay, they don't like brigade, makes sense. I'd actually rather get rid of it. I think. I don't think they'll do this. Okay. It's actually kind of a wild game, I'm not even gonna lie. Putting the pressure on, but they've been holding on. What you got? Okay, one of them's a land, but I think they might be done here. Making a guy. I'll play the aspirin if I don't win here. I think I win. They would need their last card in their hand to be like a get lost, very specifically, and they have to block everything. Some kind of flash removal, basically, is what it has to be. Something to give them lifelink. Nice. That was an impressive showing for cats, I gotta be honest. I didn't think that had enough support in Standard for a cat deck, but that was not bad. Okay. It's a good hand. Perfect curve. I probably will play Battler before Sentry, because I don't really have anything to cheat into play with Sentry, so we'll behold the Battler. Alrighty. Oh. Hello. Battler's going to be really good into this deck. I also could really use some of my removal. But hopefully this is aggressive enough to win us this game. Oh, is this the more like removal focused one? I think it is. The fun thing about this Click On Festival too, by the way, is it also counts as a Kithkin. So when I play this, like this, well, isn't there a card? Yeah. When this creature another Kithkin, it's actually for Thornweft Lieutenant, but my bad. I was thinking of the wrong card. Either way, though. Should be okay for now. I'm not gonna chump just yet. Let's play Lieutenant. Buff up the squad. Play Sentry, buff up the squad. Swing in. 9 damage is actually a lot. Okay. Next turn I can just use the Click On Festival. Corpses is lost, huh? Pretty annoying, actually. Do no blocks for now. We gotta switch to a more defensive strategy for now. That's okay with me. Another United Battlefront? That's crazy. Please hit nothing. Oh, the Sheltered by Ghost into Nowhere to Run is insane. Well, at least I can't get rid of my big guy, but it's the waste. Let's go ahead and do this so I don't have to respawn anymore. Need some removal as soon as possible. At least I can get rid of the skeleton here and survive. That'll save me a little bit. But I think I might be in trouble still. A good draw. Have this enter tapped. We'll go ahead and play Brigade. I will actually... No, actually, I want to hold this back for their skeleton. And I'm going to be chumping this Optimistic Scavenger until the day I die, or until they play a flyer. One of the two. Not sure why they swung in with the Skelly there. Do they have to? No, they don't. Ah, here we go. That's a big draw, actually. Okay. If I can get this back... It only has Ward 2, so this is actually a fine. Let's pay. guy back. And then I can actually swing in with this. And still hold back 2 blockers, so start making progress. I think they're running out of gas. And then they play corpses in the lot. Running out of gas is a strong word. Okay. Let's go ahead and trade these off. I want to have a clear board. Well, I guess I should have thought. Okay, so how does this work? So when they descend? Okay. Well, I guess I stay on blocks. I make a Kithkin. They'll probably play both of those. I'll block one of them. Man, these are hard to deal with, huh? Block one of them. And then they get both of them back. Is that how that works? Descended. Permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere. Okay. Doesn't that count as descended? Am I crazy? Maybe I am crazy. Well, let's start buffing this up as much as we can. I should have made another Kithkin on last turn. A little bit of a misstep there, but we're still doing okay here. I'm only gonna block one of those if I have to. I can just do this. Oh, Kithkin. Okay, we're looking pretty decent now. 7/8's hard to beat. Especially when it has protection from your opponents. But Art 6/3 is tough to deal with. Can't really block that. I gotta chunk that with some other stuff. Ooh, that's a huge draw. Okay, let's do copy and fight. Copy that, then have it fight the Soulstone. That's actually huge. Now we can start buffing up the new one. I'm actually gonna go ahead and swing, I think, with the big one. I need to start putting a clock on, so no pun intended. Okay, we definitely block a bunch here. Maybe like that. Let the Cecil go through. Really want to lose my guy, so. Okay, a little strange, but you do your thing. Okay. Go ahead and play this on Kithkin. Let's go ahead and do the 6 mana to make this a 7/8. And I think we stay on defense here. I need a round so I can have these guys both buffed up, and then I can start making 1/1s for chumping. Yeah, I just have to, at some point, trade, right? Or I don't. Maybe I can just survive it too. Okay. Entry is a good draw. And let's start swinging with one of these guys. And we can start making chump walkers. Battlefront's so good. They whiffed Oh my god! That's so lucky. GG. Walk like that. One, two, three. We're 1 mana away from being able to do Festival twice a turn, so... keep swinging with one. Oops. He drew something, didn't he? Oh, no, he didn't! GG's! Okay, that was actually probably my favorite game so far of Kithkin. And thanks for getting to the end of the video. We performed pretty well with Kithkin. I think I went up a full rank playing this deck. Not too bad. I think I went from Diamond 4 to 3 or something like that. But either way, about partway through the deck, we decided to add in one more Kinspell Aspirant and take out on land, just because that card is really good for this deck. Overall, I'm very happy with how well Adept Watershaper performed too. Did pretty well. But either way, if you like this deck, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I hope I see you guys next time. Peace.